What is up, guys? Welcome to the August 28, 2025 patch note rundown. We've had Edania about a week now, so it's time to fix everything that is wrong with it. Honestly, hopefully you guys have been having fun with it. I'm having a crazy amount of fun, but of course I am in the top 1% of gear. It is what it is. I look forward to enhancing my armor again tomorrow. I have to kill Encelar again. She's kind of hard, but hopefully a lot of you guys have been having fun with the game, at least as much fun as I've had. Just so you know, there are no events that I'm aware of that are ending on this patch. So only events starting. Every place a treasure zone. Allan Serbian's Landscape Challenge. Oh yeah, so this is a really big patch, and it's a very important patch for a lot of new players and veteran players that don't maybe have all of their Tri-Fallen Gods. So we'll get to that a little bit later though. All right, every place a treasure zone, Allan Serbian's Landscape Challenge. So it looks like we're getting this today too. This was on the global labs here. Log in every day and grab paint for Allan Serbian's Landscape Challenge. Basic reward. Oh, wow. So we're going to get Old Moon Fortune Scrolls as well. And then select and use the paint you want to recharge 10,000 landscape points. This is kind of functioning as Agris for treasure items, guys. So you can basically grind for your treasure items wherever you want in the world. And to be honest with you, I was not a fan of this when they initially announced it, but now that they've revealed all of the details of the system, I'm a much bigger fan of it now. It's definitely totally fine the way that they've designed it here, but it looks like yeah, you can choose whichever one you want, whether you're grinding for the telescope, the compass, the map, or it looks like the merchant ring. Yeah, that's the merchant ring right here. That's pretty cool. Okay, so you can recharge whatever you want. Sweet. It looks like all you got to do for that is to log in and collect it from your Y menu. Yeah, you literally just select what you want from the Y menu. That's pretty cool. Okay, so, and honestly, we should expect more events like that in the future, so you don't actually have to grind as much at those one particular treasure item spots. Imperial horse delivery. Oh boy. Now, a lot of you completed your Crocodile horse stuff. I just finished training my Crocodile horse. Yes, I did have to reset it once, and that's what I was frustrated about. Fortunately, I had a reset thing laying around, so I didn't have to pay the $10 in pearls to do that, but we did end up with a reasonable horse. It's like a 20% speed or something. But if you guys are still working on your Crocodile, these double Oblivion flowers, 50% mount EXP, 50% training EXP. This is a great event for you. Keep in mind, you probably will still make more money AFK fishing if you're wondering which one is going to make more money. However, you can turn in your horses now for more, it looks like, Imperial seals. So if you've been training up your horses, I'm gonna have a ton of horses. I'll probably be doing this tomorrow, and I'll explain it to everybody. Usually what I do is I would train my horses to level 15, and then I would just store them in all the stables around BDO, and basically just save them up for exactly this event. And then once the event happens, then you turn in all your horses and you get a ton of money all at once. That means you're not going to make any AFK money when the event's not going on, but when the event does happen, you're going to get a lot of Imperial training seals, which will help you basically get everything during the event instantly. You'll also get a ton of Flowers of Oblivion. You should have an overwhelming amount of this stuff, and this is what you need for the T10 attempts here. Okay, so yeah, looks like the Imperial key items newly added. Okay, so wait, so now you Imperial training horse delivery invoices can now be turned in for an Imperial steed and a golden T8 horse, which is really big. Please remember that during the, guys, the Patrigio event that is going on, the Night Vendor event, is super good. You definitely want to use all of your alt's energy on the Night Vendor event, especially if you don't have your T10 horses and stuff. Honestly, it's just good for everybody. Cron stones, everything, so make sure that you're doing that. Available to all adventurers who created their family before maintenance. Receive 3 choose your horse gear set box. Wait, what? Receive 3 choose your horse gear set boxes via the mail. So they're just giving us what? They are just giving us free horse outfits? Is that what? Am I reading this correctly? Real steed is new exchange of increased family exchange attempts. Okay. Yeah, so evidently we're getting 3 horse. These are outfits, guys. Here are horses. 3 of them. Valid through September 25th. Yeah, so definitely log in and get that. I'm sorry if I'm reading this incorrectly, but yeah. That's absolutely insane. Yeah, so here's the rest of the exchange stuff. I'm not gonna how to catch a horse, and so I'm not gonna go through that. I do have a horse training guide if you need to see any of that stuff. Imperial horse delivery. Yeah, so we did that. Okay, so now there's some big balance updates on this patch. So bear in mind, if I read out your class's name, you're probably getting some big buffs with the notable exception of 2 or 3 classes. So here we go. I'm not going to read through every single individual skill that is being changed. They are buffing people because certain classes are underperforming on Edania. W developers in this regard. Warrior. Huge buffs for Succession Warrior across the board. Basically every skill in your kit for Succession Warrior and Awakening Warrior is being buffed. Now, it's not a crazy buff. It's about 2 to 8% across the board, okay, on every single skill, which should translate into a lot more trash per hour. Like, you should be getting, you're doing a lot better. The individual skills themselves necessarily aren't going to be like, oh, it is a little bit better, but if every single skill receives that buff, you know, like you're kind of gaming. Ranger Succession, you are also getting a massive buff. Woohoo! Basically every skill in your kit right there. Sork, Awakening only, not Succession. Succession Sork's doing okay right now. Now, I will warn you that Awakening Sork, I've read through all these changes on the Global Labs. Assuming these numbers are the same here, Awakening Sork is getting the most minor adjustment of all of the classes on this list. So, but you are getting basically an upgrade on every single one of your skills. It's just a little bit less so than some of the other classes. Succession Berserker now, before everybody expects like this crazy crash out, this is only a PvE buff. And I'll be honest with you, I do not mind if Succession Berserker gets a PvE buff. I don't feel like it was really overperforming in PvE before. You know, like my primary gripe with this class is that it's basically an unkillable monster in PvP. It's not like it's necessarily like, it's not necessarily like crazy protected. It's not necessarily, I mean, it is crazy protected. It's got giga protection. It doesn't necessarily have, I mean, it's got pretty good health regen too, but like it's that got nerfed a little while back, so that's not necessarily as big a problem. But you can't really deal damage to the class in PvP. So before anybody freaks out over the Succession Berserker changes or you're expecting a crash out, guys, it's just PvE. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think the Succession Berserker, I don't think this is a bad thing for Berserker. And they're getting basically a buff on every single skill in PvE. Again, 2 to 8% there. Tamer Awakening also getting a massive buff. Basically every single skill in the kit is getting a buff for Awakening Tamer. Now Succession Musa is also getting a buff across the board pretty substantially. Succession Ninja, yes, Succession Ninja, not Awakening Ninja. We don't care about them. They are not human beings. Please confirm that in the comments. Also, you've been watching this for about 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes at this point. If you could really leave a like on the video, that'd be great. It really does help for the algorithm, and I appreciate you guys. Now, that being said, Suck Ninja is getting buffs across the board because, again, Awakening doesn't exist as human beings. Awakening Kuno getting buffs. Succession Kuno overperforming in PvE right now, actually. And Kuno main's trying to keep that on the DL, but low-key, if you know how to play Suck Kuno, you're kind of pumping. You're kind of pumping this class. That class is doing super well. Awakening Kuno underperforming a little bit, and so they're giving it a bit of a buff here. Basically every single skill in your kit, as we talked about. Now we're going to talk about the... no, this is still the buffs here. So Succession Wizard getting some big buffs in PvE as well. Suck Wizard. Basically every single skill in this Succession kit for Wizard is getting a big buff. Well, 2 to 8%, which is, again, on every skill. That's substantial, right? That's substantial. Awakening Wizard, though, here is the start of the nerfs. Awakening Wizard is getting absolutely turbo blast nerfed. Well, it's really not that bad, I'll be honest with you. Like a 2 to 8% nerf. So they're bringing it back down to the level of the other classes. It was overperforming at some of the spots here. And as a lot of you probably have expected, Awakening Witch is going to have the same treatment. Succession Witch getting massive buffs this patch. So if you're somebody that knows how to play Succession Witch, she is back, baby. You are up tremendously. The magical evasion changes on the previous patch plus this, guys, we are up tremendous. And I say we because I played Witch for 4 years. played Succession and Awakening. It's such a great, super fun class to play. You just switch over to that Succession. If you're okay with it, it's absolutely incredible. So they buffed basically every skill in the kit. Awakening Witch coming down, falling from the heavens. All of those PvE Andes that are only playing Awakening Witch because she's good and she's easy and she's super safe. Well, that's the reason everybody plays Awakening Witch. Yeah, you're getting turboed. Really, it's only about a 2 to 8% nerf across the board. You're just going to receive basically every skill in your kit is going to get toned back a bit here. And honestly, that's really going to hurt Awakening, and Witch and Wizard are going to get hurt pretty badly on that. It's not going to, like, you're not suddenly going to be C to D tier or anything, but like you're going to go from like S-ish tier to like A to S tier at basically every spot in the game to like just A tier, probably low A tier. And so like it's still going to be really good in PvE. Before anybody asks me in the comment section, it's still going to be just fine. Both those classes are still going to be doing fine. They were overperforming before, and I don't think anybody disagrees with these nerfs. I think they were a little bit overtuned. Now here is the most controversial change of the patch for us Dark Knight mains here. Succession Dark Knight is getting a substantial nerf to basically every skill in the Succession kit. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, baby. Awakening must be getting some massive changes. No. The developers are only buffing Succession DK, and it's being buffed on every single skill in the kit. Now, it was brought to my attention a few days ago that slanted balance, just so that you guys are aware, in Succession is not actually applying like your skill add-ons in PvE, and I believe that change is fixed on this patch, but we'll see. I believe that change is fixed on this patch, and I tested it, and that is actually the case. It was bugged. So make sure that when you log in that change is actually fixed. You need to test slanted balance, your SLMB, and make sure that is actually working in Succession, giving you the skill add-ons that you need, because a lot of us run a skill add-on on slanted balance. Yeah, so Awakening is not getting... I would say Awakening DK. There's Dark Knights in general. Everybody knows Succession is a better grinder in PvE. It has been for months now, ever since they started nerfing Awakening. And Awakening is not the one that's receiving these nerfs here. So Succession is going to be... Suck DK will be one of the best classes. It was already one of the best classes, in my opinion, in PvE. A to S tier. Now it's going to be even better. And Awakening, again, is not being touched, which means that's going to fall a little bit further down. All these other classes getting buffs. Awakening DK standing in the same spot. I don't know what is wrong with these developers. Are clowns. I don't know what's going on. They don't know what to do with DK. I think Suck DK's in the comment section. Let me know if you guys are... Bro, are we holding a eulogy for Awakening, or what's going on with that? Striker Succession getting a buff. Okay, like super buff across the board. 6 Striker. Okay, sure. I'll be honest with you. I don't think the Striker's doing crazy well in PvE, so I don't mind the Suck Striker PvE buffs. Now, and this is going to be important for everybody. Guardian. So if you have Awakening Witch getting nerfed on this patch, Awakening Wizard getting nerfed on this patch, those are like low APM grinders. You look over at the Guardian mains, you guys are up tremendous, guys. Holy shit, your dick is so hard right now, because both Awakening and Succession Guardian are getting absolutely buffed here. You guys are up. We're up tremendous, boys. As somebody that played Guardian for a while, this shit is super good. Succession receiving a much more substantial buff, but Awakening still getting a slight buff in there. So you're gonna go from doing well in PvE to doing even better in PvE. Now the Awakening buffs are not like as crazy good, but they're still good. They are still very, very good. Very good. And Succession, pretty substantial changes across the board here. And here again, here's the Awakening changes again. Oh my god, never mind. Awakening. Holy moly, what the... Never mind. Awakening. Holy shit. What the... Okay, so no. This is buffs to both Succession and Awakening. Yeah, so Gate Crasher, Merciless Slash, Pulverization, Oumua's Flame, Oumua's Circle, Sturdy Smite, and Mountain's Echo. For both Succession and Awakening are getting buffs. And every Succession skill is getting a buff. Every single Prime skill. And then every single Awakening skill is also getting a buff for Guardian. You guys are up tremendous, guys. Just absolutely holy rock hard penises. Sage Succession buffs across the board. Basically every single Prime skill in the Succession Sage kit is getting absolutely buffed. Drakania's rise up from the bottom of the ocean It used to be the meme where Awakening Drakania was the forgotten child at the bottom of the lake, while Perlibus keeps buffing Berserker. But now Awakening Drakania mains rise up. You are getting buffs across the board. Awakening Drak basically on every skill in its kit is getting a buff. You guys are up tremendous in PvE on this patch. Awakening Woosa, I'll be honest with you, was already doing very well in PvE. I think the developers are a little out of touch here on this, because I'll be honest with you, I think she was already doing pretty solid in PvE, and now Awakening Musa, I think, is probably going to take the spot of Awakening Witch here. Moving forward, you're going to see a lot of people moving over to Awakening Musa as that flavor of the month class, I think, in PvE, because she's getting some pretty substantial PvE buffs on this patch here. I don't really know why. It's not like it was... It's not like she was really underperforming. She's got that back attack damage all the time, so pretty crazy. Suck Maegu. Guys, we're up right now. Succession Maegu's getting buffed across the board too. Basically, every prime skill in your kit is getting a buff. I'm thinking about tagging Succession Maegu again in PvE, because I'll be honest with you, it's super low effort in PvE. Awakening Maegu, please bear in mind, already a super good PvE class. Didn't need changes. Totally fine. And by fine, I mean it's still overperforming. So I'd say it's like Suck DK levels of good. Very, very good class. But Succession was lagging behind a little bit. So people hooking this up. And I'll be honest with you guys, if you're looking for a low APM grinder with a lot of AoE and really fun class, Suck Maegu is a super good option. She's fantastic. Scholar buffs too. Oh my god, redhead enjoyers rise up. We're up tremendous, bro. Okay, I think that the curse of Blue Squadron I think is officially over, except for Awakening DK. That's cooked. Scholar, another one of the classes I love to enjoy, also getting a buff on this patch. This is really, really good. Amazing. All the ascension skills are also getting a buff across the board, so Scholar mains are going to be doing a lot better. And I do think that she was starting to lag behind a little bit at some of the upper end spots, especially in Edania. She's doing a lot better. She should do a lot better with these changes here. All right, Dosa. Succession particularly starting to fall behind a little bit, so they're giving it a buff. They're giving it a retune, if you will. Basically, every prime skill in the Succession Dosa kit, and Swaggy Panda will be up. Super happy about that one. Amazing buffs right there. And there's my most recent tag. Look at, she's looking at me. She's looking at me. I don't know how it's possible, but Deadeye, while I'm playing the class, is getting a buff. W, sweet. That means awesome. Now I can play classes without them getting nerfed. This is a huge dub. Huge dub. Deadeye, basically a perfect storm, final draw. It's not every single one of the skills. Mayhem, Bullet Storm, Switcheroo, and Quick Draw all getting buffs from PvE. And I'll be honest with you, I think that Deadeye was underperforming in Edania for sure. Like, I was looking at like the trash loot that I was getting compared to like some of the other people and some of the other classes, and it's just not, it's not close. So honestly, she might need a little bit more. She was doing fine in PvE before Edania, and then like, yeah, she'd be struggling right now. So these are definitely much deserved here in my opinion. Wukong. Huge buffs to Wukong. These are big. So Wukong getting some substantial buffs. Basically every single, look at this, every single skill in Wukong's kit is getting a buff here. So some of them big, some of them little, but they're all getting buffs regardless there. So W right there. I'm looking for DK. Here it is. DK's prime slanted balance fixed the issue where the skill item was not being applied. So they did fix that on this patch. W devs in that regard. I don't know why Suck DK Suck DK got a buff this patch. I have no idea. Awakening DK is the one that's underperforming basically across the board. So it is what it is. All right, so Allan Serbin's Landscape. This is the brand new system, guys, that allows you to grind for treasure items without actually being at the grind location. So go ahead and read through this. Allan Serbin, a man trapped within a frame in Terra, has created a landscape painting infused with his mysterious power. It's now available for adventurers to experience. With Allan Serbin's Landscape, you can obtain treasures that were once exclusive to specific monster zones in entirely different regions. While defeating monsters in the original monster zones where treasure materials drop, you collect paint, a special material needed to activate Allan Serbin's Landscape. Using paint to charge landscape points for a specific zone lets you earn treasure materials from that zone even while defeating monsters elsewhere. Previously, only certain monster zones in those treasure dropping zones would drop the required materials. Now with Allan Serbin's landscape, any monster with the 300 plus AP zones can drop them. Now note that the drop rates for those materials through Allan Serbin's landscape differ from the original zones, so they'll be lower, guys. Adjusted for factors like monster density. We hope that your treasure hunting adventures experience... We hope our treasure hunting adventures experience more of the vast world of Black Desert with Allan Serbin's landscape. Okay, so I'm just going to explain how this works, guys. Basically, it's kind of like Agris. You're going to go to the grind zone that you want. Like, let's say you were grinding for the compass. In this case, you would be going to History of Ruins. That's the Elton piece, is usually the limiting factor piece. That's the super rare one. When you're grinding at History of Ruins, something called paint will drop there. Let's see if I can find... Wow, they didn't actually show a picture of the paint. Okay, so that's poorly done. All right, anyway. All right, so something called paint is going to drop at the grind zone, and you can use that paint to recharge your picture or whatever for History of Ruins. And then you can use that paint for Historia to grind other grind zones, kind of like Agris. You can like stock up Agris, and then like once you've like filled up the paint for that, you can go to any other grind zone that you want, as long as it's a 300 plus AP grind zone. So most grind zones in the game, and you can grind at that other grind zone. So each paint item recharges 10,000 points, and again, there's going to be an event going on that allows you to do this, and you can see them recharging the paint here in this little animation here, but they didn't really show the picture of the paint. But you know, regardless, whatever. You'll get used to it with the event and stuff, which is really good. There's a checkbox in the right corner of each zone with charged points. Multiple checkboxes can be activated and applied simultaneously. So my understanding is that you can recharge all of these at the same time and then be grinding for all of the treasure items at the exact same time, guys. You can just like, if you wanted to, you could go to literally every zone, charge it up, and then go back to wherever zone you want, like Edania or whatever, and then activate all of them and be grinding for every treasure item in the game at the same time. So that's interesting, but you're still gonna have to go back to that grind zone and recharge the paint every once in a while. It just helps it so that you're not stuck in like Historia Ruins, like prison for 4 years like I was back in the day. And I like the way that they've designed this. I think this is a really, really good, this is the W right here. Now they're also gonna put a hashtag on here, Allan Serbin's landscape, but please understand every single grind zone over 300 AP is going to have that probably. All right. Change to Al's Revelation lodging to allow one additional level of expansion for each. Okay. Cool. So this is like this is the spot in the game. So now you can get more free to play lodging for workers in Edania, it looks like. All right, so the Jin Bon Wan Dawn Crystals Life EXP are now available in game. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. It's pretty obvious how this works. It's basically just like the other Karazad crystals, guys. There's a Jin, a Bon, and a Wan version. 10 Bons make a Jin, 10 Wans make a Bon, etc. They are removing the functional life skilling clothes. So like the Fine Horse Trainer's clothes, 07s. This will be the last time I'll ever be able to mouse over this, but yeah, so I have +4 Fine Horse Trainer's clothes and all the other stuff. All the functional clothes like this in the game are being removed from the game. Okay, they are going to compensate you with more of these, like some of these crystals here, but basically these Jin, the Bon, the Wand crystals have life EXP plus 4%, 8%, and 15% respectively. Interestingly enough, and again, you craft the wand crystals. I would love if these just like dropped too, as like a rare drop while gathering and like hunting and you know whatnot. But you know, hey, whatever. Apparently, it's Essence of Dawn ×1, Trace of Nature ×30, and then the Magical Lightstone crystals ×500 to make 1 wand. In order to make a Bon, it's 5 wands make a Bon. I apologize. 5 wands make a Bon, and then 5 Bons make a Jin. You can have up to 6 Jins. Okay, so yeah, they are going to be expensive, just so we're aware. The Magical Lightstone crystals are not necessarily super cheap, but you should be able to have these on day 1 since you can craft them. if you're a life skiller. So you're looking at a total of, assuming you have all JINs, 15 times 6, which is 90% life EXP. That's not bad. Not bad. Okay. Yeah, and they're removing all the silver embroidered clothes, like I said. The +3, +4, and +5. So you're gonna get like 16 mil and down for like +1, +2s. But for what you're gonna get some Wan, Bon, and Jin for +3, +4, +5s. Which should help you craft the new stuff. Okay, so we've added a new quest for... Okay, here we go. All right. So, this week, and please bear in mind that tomorrow, guys, I was going to do it today, but I was mentally just cooked today. So, didn't manage to get live today. I'm sorry. I did announce that in the Discord, though. I will be live tomorrow, and we're going to be making a brand new Zero to Hero gear guide. You guys know, like, I put a lot of time and effort into my gear guides. It's going to be happening live tomorrow. If you want to see it happening live, again, there's you can see me live on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube. So whichever platform you like the most. But I'm going to be making a new gear guide tomorrow to show people how to do this. But you are going to be getting silent, slumbering origin defense gear. So this is Tri-Dead God armor, guys. A Tri-Dead God armor straight out of Tuvala. This is a super big deal for our new players, our returning players, and even some of our veteran players that don't have full Tri gear yet. I'll be doing this tomorrow. I'll do this myself to make sure that I understand the process, and then we're going to make the gear guide for it. So it's going to be just like making your deck Black Star. You're basically just going to be using a bunch of enhancement stones. They're going to give you... Fugar's going to have a quest for you. He's going to give you all the fail stacks that you should need, theoretically, in order to make this particular thing. You are going to use Cron stones to do it 100%. And you're going to basically click it all the way. You're going to click whatever... gear you want all the way to deck. It doesn't matter which Tuvala probably that you enhance. You'll be able to trade it in for whichever one you want at Tri over here. The boots are probably the best value overall because that flame costs the most money. But if you don't have the helmet flame, although that's been a little bit more... yeah, never mind. Yeah, oh, it's on the market now. Okay, so the Flame of Frost is now on the market. This is the helmet flame, so that means that definitively the boots are going to be your best bang for your buck here. So if you're a new player and you're looking for this, the boots are definitely going to be the best thing that you're looking for, whether you're DR or evasion. I'll explain in the guide. But yeah, definitely the boots will save you a little bit, like the most money overall there. So W there. Okay, among the rewards listed above, the Dawn's gloves and Ator shoes can be swapped to other variants of the same item through the NPCs. Oh, wow. So you can just trade them back and forth, too. All right. So, yeah, we're not going to go through the stats for the Tuvala, but you're going to get more DP through your Tuvala as you enhance it as well. So it looks like it's going to require, you know, a certain amount of concentrateds to click this every single time. And it's a lot, guys. It's a lot of concentrated stones. If you did the Black Star enhancing, you know. But it's in terms of how much Tri should cost you, it's crazy. Now, I will warn you that you should not be selling your Tri armors at min price. They are going to stabilize somewhere in here, but people are kind of dumping their Tri armors like this. I want to bear in mind, guys, that everybody on the server still needs a complete set of 4 Tri armors. So you don't really want to dump these for min. Now, I will tell you that if you're a new player and you have 40 bill laying around, or, you know, you're like saving up money, this is the best bang for your buck. Buying it is definitely going to be a lot more cost efficient because you have a bunch of morons that are selling it like it's trying to just dump their armor as quickly as possible so they can get, you know, cheap money quickly instead of waiting like smart people to sell their stuff. So buying Tri armors at min price, definitely the play. If you're a returning player, you have a lot of silver you're sitting on, that's you just sell your duos, whatever, or just buy the Tri armors, and then you can wait and sell your armor later. Added a new processing stone that allows you to convert the Edana Blackstone to the piece of Edana. Edana Blackstone times 1 heating to a piece of Edana. Essence of Ascent. Oh, that's the thing that Fugar gives you so that you can enhance it further. Yeah, I don't know what this essence of a piece of Edana. I guess that's the Edana's Blackstone. Oh, that's just the enhancing stone. Okay, heating. Obtainable item, piece of Edana. Okay, so you can turn... All right. So you can now turn your pull enhancing stone back into a piece of Edana. I don't know why you would want to do that, but maybe you wanted to, maybe you accidentally made it the enhancing stone and you really wanted to make another armor instead. Okay, that makes sense. Sure. I'll be enhancing my slumbering god tomorrow, or my Edana armor tomorrow. Monster. The Edana's weekly throne Ethereon. The entry requirement is 350. During development, we balanced the boss Jordine and monsters DP around the Pen Blackstar subweapon. However, this made the fight more difficult for adventurers using the Sovereign subweapon. Our goal was to make Jordine a more approachable boss than Edania. We've adjusted the DP and HP so that those using the Sovereign subweapon could take on the challenge as well. All right, so the weekly is now way easier for those of you, like for the Aetherion castle, the Jordine guy. Yeah, that's way easier. It took people like 30 minutes to kill him with the Sovereign subweapon that were basically barely 350 AP because they didn't balance it correctly. So they're fixing that here. Basically, the DP of the monsters has been reduced by 12%. The Jordine's HP has been reduced by 20%. And then the Black Wings HP, that's the dragon that spawns, by 30% has declined. So W there. To make it easier to leave the area when you want to enjoy other content, after forfeiting the Edania weekly boss combat, the starting zone for the boss battle has been made smaller. Okay, sure. Please bear in mind, guys, they still, to my knowledge, have not actually corrected. They did the same thing for the monster zones. So for those of you that are 350 AP, wondering why you can't reach the recommended AP at this Aetherion Castle grind zone, it's because it's 350 AP without the Sovereign subweapon. Okay, that's I don't know why, like it says recommended AP 350. You are not, if you have 350 sheet AP, guys, with the Sovereign subweapon, you're not hitting this. All right, so like, yeah, if you are 350 sheet AP, guys, there is literally no way in the game to hit the Aetherion Castle caps. The 1565 to 1595, you're simply not going to be able to hit that with the Sovereign subweapon. If you're 350, you're going to need to be at least 360 sheet AP with the Sovereign subweapon on in order to do this monster zone. Now, theoretically, if you were wearing like the Wan Edania thing, but like, see, then you can't get the Wan Edania crystal without grinding at the grind zones in Edania. So like, it's really hard to really say that you can reach this spot without this crystal here. So like, unless you have the Wan and you're using the Harmony and you're using the, there's a, like, if you're using the monster damage, like Lightstone setup for Edanian monsters, you still, I mean, you're still going to come up a little bit short. So unless you're at like 360 sheets, so just bear that in mind. Hopefully they adjust that grind zone a little bit. But it looks like quest and knowledge. Nobody cares. NPC background sound. Oh, here we go. Expanded the domain for adventurers who have claimed Aetherion's throne. Fixed the issue where adventurers did not benefit from Edana's blessing in Aetherion in cases where some monsters were defeated outside of Edana's domain. Sure. Throne bearers can easily tell when they're within the domain by checking the icon above the character's name. When you're within Edana's domain, the Edana icon above your character's name will light up. When you leave Edana's domain, the icon will be turned off. Yeah. So no changes to the Edana. Like, I expect that the Global Labs this week to have some changes to the capturing the throne bit. If they don't, they're going to look like absolute clowns overall, in my opinion. Because, you know, we saw that drama that happened earlier this week. People laying down on top of stuff. Just dog shit. Clearly, again, I clearly not supposed to necessarily be able to do that. And, like, even if you are supposed to be able to do that, certain classes can do it and other classes can't, which is unfair to the classes that can't do that, number one. Number two, all they need to do is make sure the zone closes in a little faster, you know, and more concretely, and it would fix the problem. It's really not... Like, I think that it would help the fight actually end instead of people just running around avoiding each other the whole time. Move the failed Edana NPC and orbit a castle further from the subjugation area to allow for safer interactions. Sure. Added a new UI. with detail about your active buffs. Okay, yeah, so this just makes your active buffs more complicated, guys. Yeah, so you can just like see which buffs are applied now, and it's like, yeah, like, I don't know. I'm never gonna use this. I don't know why. This is just like, yeah, this is great for people that love spreadsheets about their buffs and stuff, but like, okay, sweet, whatever. Looks like improve the find party platoon, so adventurers can now apply to parties even if they're on different servers. Thank goodness. Adventurers who don't meet the minimum requirements cannot apply. Oh, that's really W. That's a W. That is a W. If only there was a reason to actually get into a party, you know. Fuck us, I guess. All right. Yeah. Just for Olans. This is the Olans recruiting party platoon. Also for Relic Crystal Shard Scrolls. Updated the button, the integrated UI. Renamed the horse detail. Okay, so renamed the horse details menu in the escape F6 horse growth info. What? Added an explanation about the current mount skill gain chance below the skill list in the My Horse tab in the info. Total gain chance 19.6 based on training level. Sure. Okay. Added a button to instantly view the detailed information for horses harnessed to a wagon. Sure. Yeah, whatever. Oh, this is important. The release date for the all-in-one preset, which was originally scheduled for August 28th at the Heidel Ball, has been postponed. That's the best surprise Pikachu face that I can give you guys. We want to make sure adventurers have a smooth and polished experience. We sincerely apologize to everyone who is looking forward to this update. Please know that we're working hard to deliver an update that meets your expectations. Thank you for your patience. I, for one, am shocked. We've been waiting for this for 3 years. They finally promised it. We get a date for it, August 28th. Nope. And it's postponed again. Not really concerned about it. I don't think that it's ever going to actually get here, so if it actually arrives before the end of the year, I'll be happy. I think that's how most adventurers think. Pearl Shop. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's a succubus outfit. I'm cooked. Brother. Oh boy. Oh. Oh my god, there's fishnet stockings. That's crazy. It's shameless. It's shameless. Oh my god, bro. The idle animation, she like blows you a kiss. Crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. Yo, I didn't turn off my chat box and I have people literally chatting in my chat. That's funny. Oh my god, there's an ass. You can see her ass hanging out of the skirt. That's crazy. Oh my god. It's got side boob. It's got under boob. What the? Oh dude, you're taking the non-fishnet one every time, bro. It's got side boob, under boob, cleavage. Oh my god, bro. Holy moly. So yeah, both of them can be, I guess that's the hide the cape, just makes it super giga omega lewd. Female classes excluding shy. Yep. Screw shies. The United States does not negotiate with shies. Female classes, the Lillian outfit is here. Okay, is there like a bundle I can buy like 4 of these, 5 of these, 6 of these? Okay, 4 of these. Sweet. Awesome. Great. Yep, we'll handle that. No big deal. Use one of my discount coupons on that. No biggie. No biggie. All right, that's a W. Okay, so brand new outfit. W. What is that? Oh, leopard cat. What is that? Oh, it comes at tier 4. Oh man, Note's cooked too, bro. He gonna buy that. No way he lets that pass. Oh, Note's cooked too. You don't let me! He be laughing at me because I'm over here salivating over that Gooner outfit, and he be cooked. Look at it. Oh, it's so cute. Oh my god, it's so cute. Yeah, you put both of those in the thumbnail, you go super hard on that. Holy moly. It doesn't say what the talent is, which is annoying. That's really, really annoying. So it doesn't say what the pet does. I don't know what the special talent of this pet is. I don't know why they would do that. It's a cat, so it's probably life EXP. Theoretically, I don't know though. Blacksmith shiny box sale extended for another week. Please God, buy shiny boxes, bro. Our stock is so down right now because we delayed Crimson Desert. Nah, seriously though, the blacksmith boxes, if you're trying to pay to win, these are bis. If not, stay away from them. Strongly recommend staying away from these boxes unless you're a pay to win Andy. Not like a super pay to win Andy. August discount packages. So it looks like yeah, Resplendent Storage Box, Brand Stones, Choose Your Skill Change coupons, Artisan Memories, Alliance Tears, nobody cares about that. Sure. Some pet packs that are whatever, kind of mid, and then a training pack. All right. That's going to be it for the patch note rundown for this week, guys. I'll be live tomorrow with my gear update guide. Let me know what you guys think about this patch in the comments. I appreciate all you. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.